Welcome Softball 605, and thanks for joining us today out at Sherman Park. We are here with the USF and Wayne State game. This is a elimination game today for both teams, and so we'll get started kind of here with some lineups for you. Out in the field will be Wayne, and Wayne will be starting playing 9 and batting 10, or playing 10, batting 9, I guess you say in softball terms, because they are going to use a designated player. But starting on the mound today is number 15, Cassie Miller. Behind the plate is Megan Hogeman. Out on first base is Melina Aliyah. Out on second base is Jordan King. Starting at third base is Alyssa Schropp. Starting at shortstop is Sam O'Brien. And we're going to work our way around the outfield here from left field to right field. Starting in left field is Alex Schmidt. Starting in center field is Lexi Lowe. And starting in right field is Katie Williams. Wayne comes in here being just getting their first loss of the tournament from Randy. Who did they just play?
Didn't they play Southwest Minnesota?
Augustana.
Yeah, they played Augustana.
They just played Augustana and was lost, I believe, 8-2 or 10-2. Was run ruled in the 6th inning. Wayne and USF played earlier in the year with a split. Wayne took the first game 7-13, but USF came back and took him to 8 innings and they won 3-2. So we are in for a doozy here today, I believe, with both pitchers really throwing well so far in the tournament.
Yeah, you know, this morning Black was just a beast on the mound.
She was.
You know, and I mean, even though she pitched the game, she didn't overly use her arm. She pitched threw a lot of strikes. Absolutely.
Leading off here for USF is Aaron Scott. Aaron Scott comes into the year with a .314 batting average, 58 hits, with it looks like here 27 strikeouts. So she's a battler at the plate. She's going to take the pitch count high here for us to start the game off. First pitch here on Aaron is a strike. Miller does a good job in ball control. She's going to throw a lot of heat, but she's going to work her way off the plate and make the batters swing for those pitches. Going a little high there now on that pitch, but 1-1 count now on Aaron Scott. Aaron comes from the great state of Colorado. She was a transfer to the University of Sioux Falls. This is her senior year, and so this is her last hurrah here wearing the purple.
So they're either done today or they get to come back for tomorrow. Either team here, right?
Absolutely. One team goes home, next team lives to see Saturday on Championship Saturday. Outside on Aaron, she's got 2 balls to 1 strike. Oh, correction, two balls and 2 strikes. Aaron came into USF mainly to be a slapper, but they have turned her over to really a power hitter on the left side. And Miller burns one by there on 19, and that is the first strikeout of the game.
That was a great fastball there.
Now coming up is number 22, Shannon Daly. Shannon is in her junior season at the Coup, comes from Nebraska. Had a pretty powerful season last year, but really is starting to open things up for herself this year.
She can really put the hit on the ball.
She can. She comes into the year with a .320 batting average. Good swing there, foul ball back. She comes in with 13 home runs on the season, so she can take it deep if she wants. Miller on the mound here.
She does happen to get the ball to us. I'm going to get the picture, so you save the camera.
Absolutely.
Right?
All right.
Camera first, me second.
Sounds good. I will push it out. I'll make sure not to bail to the left. I'll go right for you. Oh, good pitch there by Miller.
That was a great looking pitch.
She can attack that knee level, and the umpire's giving it to her. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Shannon right now.
And it looked like that one was on the inside third of the plate too.
Absolutely. Ooh, and goes upstairs. Good pitch by Miller. Strikeout number 2 on the game.
Great start for Miller here.
Not many pitches, and she's going right after the batters right away. All right, now coming to the plate is Betsy Thomas. She hit a dinger in the first game. It cleared both fences and went into the parking lot out there on Diamond B. So looking for Betsy here to be strong for the Coup in this game. She comes in with a 345 batting average with 14 home runs on the season. The Coup have 3 people in double digits for home runs. Betsy leading them with 14. It's always interesting when you get these batters that have those high home runs, how the pitcher reacts to them and what they give them.
Yeah.
You can tell Miller is here being very careful where she's placing her ball.
She has to be, but boy, she's got great accuracy.
She does. Good control, and that rise ball is going to be something that the Coup is really going to have to pick up early and make an adjustment here for them to be strong the rest of the game, because she's just going to use that as her out pitch. Oh, good pitch right there, outside corner, and he's giving it to him. And so in the top half of the first inning, Miller takes down 3 USF swingers, all on strikeouts. We'll meet the USF crew as they take the field here in their positions. Cougars are coached by Kelsey Thompson in her 2nd year. Both seasons she's been able to accumulate 30-win seasons, which is incredible when you think of the history of this USF softball program.
Do you think it makes a big difference for a coach like Kelsey to have had a real solid career as a player, or have you seen a lot of people come on board who haven't done a lot of playing and still be able to coach?
That's a great question. You know, I think it goes both ways. I think player coaches relate better with the players, understanding what they're going through in the day-to-day life of being a collegiate athlete, compared to a coach that maybe, you know, played baseball or didn't play collegiately but is very successful as a leader and can coach. And so, yeah, I mean, I think both ways go, but a player coach can tend to relate better with their players. Starting on the mound here, again, we talked about it early in the game, but Bree Black is going to be starting pitching. Shannon Daly behind the plate. Betsy Thomas on first base. Aaron Scott playing second base. Danielle Walker at third. Brittany Hoffman playing short. Brooke Stetzler in left. Megan Peterson in center. And Leah Huseman in right. The Coup are really going to lean on Black here to keep the ball low and keep the batters off balance as we get into this game. Leading off for Wayne State here is Lexi Lowe. Lexi Lowe's got some speed, but Brittany Hoffman makes a great play at shortstop to throw her out at first base.
Hoffman made half a dozen real good plays this morning.
Hoffman's just a strong kid, very raw, but she plays her position so well. She's just athletic in that position.
And you know, actually the entire infield for USF played really well this morning, and you know, really they didn't get much to the outfield either.
Absolutely.
Black kept them down on the ground and inside.
Yeah, this morning Black had a really nice ball that was going down that they just ended up popping up. There's another good ball from Black where she got it outside and the batters just have to flail at it, and it's a weak ground ball to Aaron Scott, who throws that play out. 2 outs here now, and coming up now for the Wildcats is Katie Williams. Katie Williams is their #2 batter in their lineup. She's batting .396 this year.
Black keeps this up, she's going to have to warm up again. She comes out for the next inning.
This is going to be a quick inning.
Well, I'll tell you what, she's on the ball here today. Wow.
She's working well, and I believe that's the fifth pitch of the inning. Pitch from Black here, a little outside. What's awesome about this for the future of the Cougars is Black is only a freshman.
That's amazing. You know, and it's really nice. It's nice seeing these pitchers who can place the ball, trying to bait the batters, playing around with them a little bit and playing with their heads, because boy, that's one of the hardest things there is to do, is hit that ball when it's coming so fast. Absolutely.
Black goes 3 up, 3 down. All 3 of them infield hits, but USF's strong infield, like we said this morning, they were just sucking those up like a vacuum cleaner and throwing them out. So we go to the top of the second here. USF is going to be going into their 4-5-6 lineup. Danielle Walker, Allison Nettie, and Leah Huseman. Coach Thompson kind of talked with 605 after the game and just talked about how she loves that this team is starting to hit its stride right now, and the young kids are really starting to blossom, so to speak, and really starting to show their colors. And so it's good to see the balance between the upperclassmen with this team, and then their younger classmen are stepping into those positions.
You know, and that's really very much a sign of a very well-coached team, where they get better as the season goes on, just incrementally better. Sometimes you can't notice a difference, but between point A and point B, there's a massive difference in how the team looks.
Absolutely. Yeah, USF started the season off really hot. I believe it was 10-0 or 12-0 before their first loss, and then they got down to Florida and started playing some games down there, and I believe they came back 500 from there, and then started the conference season just a little rough. But then they really kind of, probably about the 6th game in, they started really playing well, where they were splitting with teams. And in the Northern Sun, that's what you really want to do. You want to split your doubleheader. If you can take both, that's awesome. But really getting that split is the key.
Especially on the road.
Absolutely. And that's how USF got here into this tournament as the number 9 seed, is really turning it on there at the end of their season, where they split with a lot of teams and a lot of big name teams that are here as well. So they can play with anybody.
Yeah, I talked to some of the players here as they were warming up before the game here, and a lot of confidence there, you know.
They want to play. They want to be here. So the Wildcats have their hands full with the University of Sioux Falls here. First pitch from Miller this inning is a ball. Again, number 4 hitter, you got to be careful where you put this. Ooh, great pitch.
She had some pace on that one.
She did. Danielle comes into the year leading the whole USF crew with a .366 batting average and 10 home runs.
And she was newcomer of the year for Northern Sun, wasn't she?
She was, and she's a transfer, I believe. Get my notes right here. Yeah, Danielle is a junior transfer to the University of Sioux Falls. This is her first year with them. Native of Rockford, Illinois.
Rockford's a huge sports town.
It is.
I'll tell you. And so much of the youth sports stuff we do with Sports 605 Network, we've spent a lot of time there in Rockford.
Absolutely. A good cut there by Walker. You know, when you look up and down that lineup of USF, I mean, Minnesota, Nebraska, Iowa, Colorado, South Dakota. You've got Andrea Shepard Koala here from Hawaii, but resides in Mitchell, South Dakota. Omaha, Billings, Montana. I mean, the kids are coming from kind of the upper Midwest here, which really speaks highly of softball in this area.
Yeah. Well, you know, we love seeing these teams that have some South Dakota players in there. You know, we were with like with the USF soccer program. You know, last year they had 1 girl from South Dakota on their team.
Right.
And you know, we're pretty vocal about that. You know, there are great players in South Dakota. You can't get them all.
Right.
Because with a lot of these girls, the first thing they want to do when they graduate is get out of South Dakota.
Right.
They always come back.
Yeah.
But the first thing they do is get out.
Miller there leads off with a walk to Walker, but you know what? I don't think that's a bad at-bat there. I think Miller's being smart and not giving Danielle much to hit. So.
And they'll try to turn 2 on this one, or at least keep them isolated in first.
Yeah, absolutely. She comes back strong with a strike, so you can tell that didn't phase her mental game of that. Allison Nettie here in the designated player position. A good swing there, but strike 2. Nettie comes in with a .300 batting average, 8 home runs on the season. Wouldn't mind seeing something come our way. Miller gets another strikeout, that one being watched by Nettie.
You know, Miller's thrown a lot of stuff right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Yeah, they're going to have to make an adjustment here and start really playing for that and hoping to hit a couple hard ones right up the middle to make her adjust. Here's number 25, Leah Huseman, playing center field today for the Coup. Playing right field, correction. Huseman's another freshman from Chanhassen, Minnesota. It's not too far from here. A steal from Walker there. What a great jump on that pitch from Miller to get there.
Gutsy move there.
Absolutely. One out though. She's now in scoring position, so this is right where Coach Thompson wants her. Base hit to the outfield, and I can almost guarantee you Thompson's going to send her. That's what's exciting about softball compared to baseball there, Randy, is that kid on second base, just a little hit to the outfield, that girl's going to go, and we're going to have a play at home.
Well, you know, they in Sioux Falls, that was one of the reasons they scored so many runs this morning, is they made Duluth play the ball. They made them throw the ball around, and you know, you make one little mistake and you got a couple runs in.
Absolutely. Miller here. Little pop fly, exactly what she wants. Again, throwing down in the zone, so if you're going to swing up, you're going to pop a lot of balls up today.
Two down.
Two down with Megan Peterson coming to the plate here. Megan Peterson is from Omaha, Nebraska, from Westside High School. See what Miller does on this pitch here. He just burns it by her. Quick pitch there. Good pitch by Miller.
Yeah, you know, Miller's got a great repertoire of pitches here. She's thrown just about everything you could imagine.
Wouldn't be surprised here if she goes upstairs, tries to get that rise ball to jump.
There it is.
Yeah. Seeing her for now only 2 innings, I've almost got her down to what her series is. So if USF's paying close attention to this, that they can start to make those adjustments pretty quick. And then Miller's going to have to start coming in on the batters. Out here, I can't quite see how Miller's front looks with how she's going into her glove, but that's another thing coaches watch for, is how a pitcher will put her hand into her glove. Sometimes that gives away what pitch she's going to be throwing next, and so that's another thing that the Coup can be watching for, is how is she setting up. A little down. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Wayne State comes into this tournament as a number 5 seed. Pitch from Miller here. Foul ball. Shelly Manson's in her first season with Wayne. Wayne's coach, Coach Unger, actually was hired by South Dakota State University this year to take over her program. And what's exciting about that program is that with Coach Unger in South Dakota, we can start to see some South Dakota kids being recruited Division I, because Unger really believes in local talent, and she's done that. When you look at the Wayne roster, that's a deep foul ball. When you look at the Wayne roster, she really recruited hard out of Nebraska. And so Coach Unger is going to be great for South Dakota State, and just this year she's had just a tremendous season already.
You know, I don't think there's any doubt that we do have the players in South Dakota, you know, to fill these teams up. If that's, you know, sometimes the schools are trying to recruit for a little diversity.
That's going to drop. Just off the line though, foul ball. Megan's doing really well here, battling Miller, taking her deep into a pitch count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 2nd inning. Danielle Walker standing on second base from a stolen base, looking to get the first run on the board of the day for USF. Pitch from Miller, upstairs. It's good to see that by the second inning here, USF's not whacking at that rise ball. They've made that adjustment, or at least Megan has seen it enough that she knows she's not going after it. Pitch from Miller here, getting the sign from the catcher. And that's, what a great catch by number 9. Number 9 for Wayne today. Center fielder Lexi Lowe. What a great jump on that ball. That's the only way she got that was by getting the jump that she did. Great inning though. One runner left on second base, Danielle Walker.
Game's starting to develop a little bit of a rhythm here.
Absolutely.
One thing, folks, we want to let you know, watching, you know, you look around the park on where to video from.
Right.
You know, and we've looked at about half a dozen different locations, and right where we are, we figured is the greatest probability to get you the greatest look at the game, although sometimes that second base hump's going to be in the way of the pitcher or whatever, but we picked this spot just because we know we can give you the best probability of getting a good picture.
Absolutely. And we're glad to be bringing really the first game of Softball 605 at the Northern Sun Conference Tournament here in Sioux Falls. So thanks for tuning in and watching.
Hopefully the first of many, many more. We'll be here again this afternoon. We'll be here for Championship Saturday. And of course, right now everything's coming to you on video delay.
But still, what a great way to get your shots. I mean, that's a web gem that Lexi Lowe out here just dove and caught and stole a run away from USF. So definitely a way to catch the game again.
We got a couple good plays yesterday, so we'll be carving out highlights, I'm sure. But yeah, you know, and for you players who are watching, which I'm sure you're going to be enjoying the game, players from University of Sioux Falls and Wayne State, thanks for letting us be part of your game. You are Softball 605.
All right, bottom of the second inning. Kelsey Borman in the designated player role here. Black is going to be tested here with her. She's been pretty successful this year in that position as kind of the cleanup hitter. We'll see.
Now, designated player, they can play either offense or defense, right?
Correct.
But not both?
Not both, yep.
I guess it wouldn't make any sense to play both.
Right, right.
And then everybody would be a designated player.
Yeah, so Kelsey's batting for Cassie Miller, who's pitching today. So the pitcher for Wayne is not getting to be in the lineup for hitting, but not a bad replacement here with Kelsey Borman. And there it is. First hit of the day. Base hit, right field.
Dropped in there real nice.
It did.
Nothing fancy, just dropped it in the space.
Kelsey comes into the day with a .383 batting average, so continuing to build on that. All right, Sam O'Brien is up here. O'Brien is batting .315 on the year. O'Brien is long and lengthy. You stay low in her zone and she's going to struggle, but you get it up by her hands and she's going to be powerful. Little small ball, trying to just get that runner in scoring position. The key with this is if she hits that too hard, they could turn this double play.
Yeah.
Because they don't necessarily have speed on first.
And I don't know with, you know, no outs. You know, and really I don't know that much about softball game management, but, and, you know, I don't know, with her batting average, she should be able to hit the ball too.
It really depends on what the coach is feeling early in the game of if they feel this is going to be a low-scoring game and runs are going to be crucial, they'll play this. They'll play a little small ball, get that runner over there. But I can guarantee you this afternoon when we call the Augie game, they have a runner on first base, Greta Melstead for Augie is not bunting. It doesn't matter what type of game it is. She is letting those kids swing.
Yeah, and please don't get me wrong, coaches. I'm not trying to second guess you here, but I'm just trying to throw Travis a few softballs that he can pop out and maybe educate me a little bit on it too.
She's going to have to get in there. Great play there by the right fielder, number 25. Leah gets a good jump on that and makes a great play. Who's got one out now? Melanie Ale comes in here. Black again, throwing well. I mean, keeping the ball down in the zone and making them pop up. I mean, that's what you want.
And as accurate as she is, I'm sure, you know, she's doing a little bit of toying around in there herself, just missing by an inch or two to see what she can get people to bite on.
You know, and sometimes it's your catcher. I mean, sometimes the people that go a little bit forgotten is that person that's back there working their tail off for that pitcher. Just by flexing that glove just an inch or two makes that umpire second guess himself or herself. And
that's very true.
You may get that call. So sometimes pitchers do a good job placing it, but that catcher gets that credit of framing it and kind of finishing out the play for them.
The thing I always enjoyed when I caught was to be able to do the trash talking back there. Because really for me, and you're exactly right, no matter where that pitch started out and went, it always ended up right behind the plate.
You're right, absolutely. You know, that's a great play there by Betsy Thomas to get the lead runner, not let the lead runner get this in the scoring position. But that's a tough play because she was maybe just a step from first base.
Yeah.
A quick touch of the first base and she might have still gotten that double play. But good heads up play, get the lead runner. Never going to second guess that. So runner on first here with Megan Hogeman coming to the plate. Fans at home, if you saw that, you saw the catcher kind of really yank her glove, and when she does that, the umpire definitely is not going to give it to you. We're talking really just subtle movements for that pitch inside to make that call. But catchers will try anything.
Don't trust them. Unless they're on your team, then trust them a lot.
Yes, yes. Good ball down in the zone there by Black. She's just throwing lights out still. I mean, just very strong, keeping batters off balance. She's going to work real low and then come back high on them. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Great pitch.
Wow.
Great pitch.
That was definitely borderline strike zone there.
It was.
Just, hitting the edges now.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first, bottom of the second. Black on the mound, Daly behind the plate. Comes inside. Whew. Good movement though. When we work our way around the field here, we've got a freshman or a junior at third base, a sophomore at shortstop, a senior at second, and a junior at first. So a very veteran infield crew for the Cougars. Line shot there to Hoffman, and Hoffman makes the play. Bottom of the second, no runs, still a 0-0 ball game. We're heading to the top of the third. Coach Thompson comes into her second year with an overall record of 62 wins and 38 losses, which is just speaks highly of her ability and what she can do to a program as she continues to build and get more kids that she wants into the program. This is only her second year and she's starting to build that roster the way she wants it. Black being a freshman on the mound, she's got her pitcher for the next 3 years, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how she continues to build here.
And you know, recruiting out of this conference, I mean, there are so many good programs.
Yeah.
It's got to be really tough to recruit against some of these schools, but
I was just talking with the AD from USF this morning, and the real positive thing about all of this, and you hit it right on the head, this conference is hard to recruit in because the teams, I mean, all the teams come from 5 states, and so when you look at USF's roster, those kids come from those same states. So you're recruiting against conference teams every year positive thing here is the last 2 years they've had over 30 wins in their season, which gives them credit.
Yeah.
They haven't made a big run into the conference tournament. This is as far as they've ever made it, which is awesome for them, but that 30 wins really sends it over the top for them.
Everybody wants to be on a winner.
It does, yeah. All right. Pitcher coming to the plate. Let's see if she can do a little help for herself here. Bree Black coming to the plate. We got 8-9-1. This is going to be an interesting lineup here with Bree here in the 8th, and then Speedster Brooke Stetzler coming in the 9-hole, and then we're back up with Aaron Scott, the lefty. So Miller's going to face a righty left here lineup coming into the top of the 3rd. Bree tries to get a quick bunt down to try to catch him off guard here a little bit.
What's you know, from a coaching perspective, what's the probability of your pitcher getting hurt when they're up there batting like this?
Hey, you have to be careful. Sometimes you have no choice because your pitcher is really one of your top batters and you need him in your lineup. But a lot of teams will try to sit their pitcher because of that fear. Great thing is this conference is a pretty clean conference in that sense. Great play there by 17. Throws Bree out. Bree hits a nice one. Jordan King makes a great play there for Wayne State. Back to pitchers hitting, you know, it's really a coach's decision, but a lot of coaches will try to sit them for the safety.
Yeah, you know, because one of the things, and not just, you know, like getting hit with a ball, that's probably low probability, but like sliding in, spraining an ankle, hitting the first base bag wrong. You know, just so many things that could go wrong.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, if they're hitting the ball,
you can't take them out.
No.
And you'll see that later in the afternoon, too, when we have the Augustana game with Winona. Coach Melstead is not going to take Janelle Troutman out of the lineup when she's on the mound.
Yeah.
You know, so Janelle's going to stand in there and hit. Brooke just hits a little blooper. Miller's doing a good job controlling the batters here. We're back to the top of the order, and it's the 3rd inning. This is exactly as a coach strategy you want to be. You don't want them to turn their lineup over too many times in a game, and right now this is the first time USF's back at the top. Miller on the mound, Scott here to hit. Foul ball, strike 1. This is just so nice out. Last year at this time it was cold and windy and miserable here. And now we have the sun shining and we are playing on dirt. Little change up there. Miller continues to mix speeds, and that's just still toying with the USF hitters a little bit here.
Yeah, you know, in the 25 or so years I coached competitive youth soccer, we always had our state competitive championship this week, first weekend in May, and more often than not it was cold and windy and rainy, but every once in a while you catch a weekend like this.
That was a strike 3 call. Home plate umpire did not see it, asked for help from the 3rd base umpire and got the call. That's always tough as a coach. You don't want that to happen, but
yeah,
sometimes the blue does miss it and need a little assistance. So good call by the 3rd base umpire. We come to the bottom of the 3rd here. Wayne State will come 8-9-1, and so USF and Wayne, I mean, great matchup so far. They're going to turn over the lineups at the same time, and we're going to head to the 4th. So right now, bottom of the 3rd, Alyssa Schropp will lead off, Alexa Schmidt in the hole, and Lexi Lowe will turn it over.
Well, you know, it looks to me like right now both teams, especially with the amount of attempted bunts we've seen, are playing cautious, but pretty soon they're going to have to open it up. And
you would think so. You would think so. The pitchers are controlling the game real well right now. So we could even see them get a little more tighter here, where they're going to start to lay down bunt after bunt to try to make an error happen. Sometimes you have to manufacture the runs in softball instead of just let them keep swinging at things that they're not hitting. So yeah, if the pitchers continue to have this power and the balls aren't leaving or getting into the outfield, there's going to be a change in strategy. Still early, bottom of the 3rd, but as we go on, we'll see. Black on the mound, Daly behind the plate, Walker at third, Hoffman at short, Scott at second, Thomas at first. Again, newcomer of the year, Danielle Walker playing third base, been a good anchor for the Cougars. Hoffman makes a great backhand play. A little too high on the throw though, a little too high. We're gonna have an E6 on that, but what a great backhand. Deep into the zone, just kind of rose up a little too soon, and that caused the ball to kind of sail high. Just stay in your legs a little longer and she would have made a great play.
Hoffman had to show some good lateral movement on that play.
She did, yeah. Good jump. Now, not lefty here, I would not be surprised. They're going to bunt her and try to pick this on the second. So USF's probably just going to go to the routine play, get the out at first. But they're just going to move the runner. One ball, no strikes. Again, up here is Alex Schmidt playing left field today for the Wayne State Wildcats. Two balls, no strikes. Black's really going to have to make a decision here. Do you let her just lay down the bunt and get the out at first, or do you try to still continue to pitch around her like this and the umpire's not giving you much of a frame here or a zone for yourself? Black here. And strike on the batter. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Alex Schmidt is going to probably continue to be in that zone of I need to sacrifice bunt here to move this runner into scoring position. No outs, we got to get that runner in. Great bunt, good play there. And USF does a nice job of covering up third base. That's really what they're looking for. Wayne State was trying to bait them in. Walker goes up to cover the bunt. Stetzler comes in from left field with her speed to cover it, and that's a good job by them to keep that runner at second base. 1 out, runner at second. Wayne State's in scoring position now, but again, Lexi Lowe here, lefty. She's really going to be looking to put something on the right side of the field here to get that runner up to third. So Aaron and Betsy's going to have to communicate here and really pinch that gap there at second base to make this play happen. Oh. Great play. Black knocks it down and then tries to get the runner at second. Nothing hurt there on USF, just a runner on, but now we've got to force at 3. Jordan King. Jordan King up here for the Wildcats.
Great pitch there.
Strike 1. Black comes back strong again. This is key for Coup here. If they can get this ball in the infield, this will be good because King's batting a .339 on the year. Flails out an outside pitch there, good. No balls, 2 strikes. Now Black's got a little breathing room. She's going to play with this batter a little bit now. We'll see what she does here, if she goes upstairs or if she goes outside on her. Black, though, is going to face the meat of the order here for Wayne State, so this out is key for her. Great play. 25 makes a great play. And throw. Tag here. Runner moves up. Leah Huseman makes a great play in right field for the Coup. 2 outs now. Runner at third, runner at first, runners on the corners. And Katie Williams up to bat. Number 3 in their lineup. And Williams batting .396, so it doesn't get any easier for Black right now.
Yeah. She got a hold of that one, but wasn't lined.
Yeah. You said it though, Randy. You called it top of the inning. You said Coaches are going to open up the swings, and you can tell the kids are swinging aggressive now. This is a little different than the first 2 innings. Oh, what a great snap throw there by Shannon Daly down to third base. Not quite in time. Wayne State over here's got a little movement in their dugout, or in their bullpen. Deep fly ball. Number 30, Brooke Stetzler makes a great play to hold Wayne State off the scoreboard when they were pushing to score. What a great play by Brooke Stetzler. Comes from Blue Springs, Missouri.
She had to step to get to that ball.
She did. She did.
Well, Sioux Falls gets out of one that could have been tragic for them, but they just maintain and keep together, make the plays, and
that tough defense behind Black. Black keeps serving them up. Just routine fly balls. They'll be in good position, so. I really hope for 3 innings I have not been saying this wrong. So, just for our fans, pitching for Wayne State is Borman. I think I've been calling her Miller.
Yeah, we both have.
Dang it. Sorry, fans. Borman is out on the mound. I thought that was weird because Miller's over in the bullpen warming up right now.
Miss Borman will make it up to you somehow.
Borman's a senior from Preston, Iowa. Went to Preston High School. Her number is real big on the back, and I just never cross-referenced it. So,
hey, if that's the worst error we make all day, we had a pretty good day, Travis.
Oh.
You know, the thing for me, and you know, I called a lot of hockey over the winter, and the biggest thing that got me was when they changed goalies.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, there's been some games where they changed goalies between first and second period, but I didn't make the change either. So, oh, that's a good rip. But
Shannon Daly's up here. Number 2 in the lineup. Strong kid behind the plate. Just a Nebraska kid that really enjoys the game. Junior season for her. Borman on the mound, throwing well so far in this game, top of the 4th, keeping the Cougars at ease.
Great pitch there, wow.
Strike 3, Shan Daly goes down looking.
I didn't see a break in that. Was that just a fastball?
That looked like it was just a hard shot on that outside.
And again, right at the bottom of the zone, too.
Betsy Thomas is up now for the coup. Borman's only allowed 1 gal on base. And it was the I shouldn't say intentional walk, it was a walk on Walker here. So Walker's on the on-deck circle. With Betsy Thomas at the plate here. Betsy shoots it, it's deep, and it's gone! Betsy Thomas hits another home run for the Cougars. What a great shot by number 5.
Swing away, Betsy.
That one was deep, that cleared the fence. What a shot by Betsy Thomas. Just add another one to her home run total. She came in here with 14. I don't know if she hit any yesterday, but she hit a bomb in the first game and hit another one this game, so she's at least at 16 home runs on the season.
And we hope you watching at home didn't get nauseated by the panning of the camera.
Hey, we want you to see the same thing we see here. Just hang on tight.
Yeah.
All right, now it'll be interesting how Borman here, what she does with Walker. Bounce back, strike one on Walker. How does Borman respond after a home run being hit off her? Ooh, mixes that speed. That was just a nasty changeup that just floated in there on that batter. Those are hard to hit as a hitter. Those are the ones you want, but those are the ones that are the hardest because you got to time it right.
Yeah, you don't know where it's going to be.
You don't.
At what time.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Walker here, 1 out. Cougars take a lead with Betsy Thomas's home run, 1-0 on Wayne State in the top of the 4th. Ball a little low outside.
Boy, she is just really trying for the edges of that strike zone, isn't she?
She is.
Consistently.
As a coach, you're just hoping the umpire is being consistent.
Yeah.
Because it is tight. Good pitch. Just all speed there on Borman. Takes the newcomer down. 2 outs for the Coup now. Wayne State here is battling. Borman's given up 1 home run.
And you know, as well as Sioux Falls have had the bats working this tournament, that where we are in this game right now is pretty respectable. I mean, you never want to give a run up, but
right, absolutely.
every other batter that's come up there, she's handled.
Yep. Elson Nettie is up now for the Cougars here. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Borman looking for the 3rd out here. A deep shot here, 17 makes the play. Jordan King gets the routine out. But that's not before damage was done by Betsy Thomas, who hit the bomb. We go into the bottom of the 4th here now with Wayne State needing to answer.
Yeah, you know, 1's not a scary number to be down by, but you know, it might be the start of something bigger. You gotta, you know, I don't know from a coaching perspective if you really get out and try to attack and get leveled up or ahead, or, you know, or if you don't want to take risks yet.
Right. No, now I mean, USF's going to want to build on that, and Wayne State's going to want to answer here. So for the Cougars, strategy-wise, you want to get them 3 up, 3 down and get back in and start swinging again. Wayne State you need to kill Wayne State's momentum here and try to get Borman back out on the mound. So Black will have a key inning here for her.
Well, so far she's been up to task.
Borman's going to be the first one up. How convenient. See if she can help her case here. She just gave up a bomb. Let's see if she'll get one off of Black.
Well, Black still looks pretty fresh. You know, she's you know, in the middle of her 2nd game today, but you know, she's pitched so many strikes that she hasn't done an overly amount of work.
Absolutely. And that first game went 5 innings, so she got 2 innings off. I mean, we'll see how she does here.
Well, she's quality. No doubt about that.
Impressive as a freshman, because this only means she's going to get better and stronger as she gets into that program that the Cougars have for their weight and their conditioning program with Coach Mathers over there. Borman up. Black on the mound. Betsy Thomas, or Shannon Daly behind the plate. Give a routine base hit up the middle here for Borman. Borman did that last time, didn't she? She hit one up over left field here.
Yep.
But USF was able to kind of slow down the motions and handle it from there. Sam O'Brien now up. Coaching strategy here now will be interesting. Does O'Brien bunt here to push Borman over because USF leads 1? Do we just scratch 1?
Looks like that's what they wanted.
Yeah. We'll see if Coach keeps that on here.
Do you ever, as a coach, you know, come out and say, I'm going to show bunt, but then, you know, the next pitch have a swing?
Yeah.
Just
you try to play with it. Really, that first pitch, you're trying to read the infield, seeing what they're doing. Do the corners play up hard, or do they play back? You can see USF's corners are moving up. Great bunt. A great play there by Betsy Thomas. Looked at second to see if she could get Borman. Saw that she couldn't, knew she still had time, and makes a great play to Aaron Scott, who was covering first. So Black's got one out. Borman on second. And Melanie Aaliyah up. And we have a pinch runner. I was wondering when this was going to happen. It's a little early in the game, but Wayne State really is looking to scratch that one run out. Number 23 coming into the game, Jalen Zess from Wayne, Nebraska. Hometown kid playing on the Wayne State roster. Here's the key now for USF. Communication is going to be key. If the balls hit the outfield, talking to those outfielders to make the play where they need to be.
You can hear them deciding where they're going to go with it.
Yep. And that's a good sign that this team is prepared for whatever happens here. Coach Thompson's done a great job with preparing them for this. Ball outside here.
You know, Scott here at second base is another one that just was so impressive this morning.
Yes.
She was great at the bat. She was really impressive in the infield there.
Melanie Aaliyah. I always wonder where these athletes come from when their hometowns listed from California. You know, they're both sophomores, the Aaliyah sisters, so you're guessing they're probably coming from a junior college. Little fly ball, Brooke Stetzler over. Center fielder number 3 there. What a great play by Megan Peterson. 2 outs, saves the run. That ball comes down and that run scores. So great job by Megan Peterson, correction, to get over there and make the play. 2 down. Cougars know how important this is. They're communicating with everybody right now. Megan Hageman is up for the Wildcats. And now we've got a rundown here. Oh, and nobody's there. That's a letdown on the coup. Nobody filled.
Yeah. They sure could have had the third out there.
They could have, and that's a mistake. And that, as a coach, you're always then thinking, oh, that's an out, and now this next pitch is a hit. Because that's usually how this goes. It usually happens where you were supposed to get that kid out, and no matter what Black does here, this is a base hit, and that run scores, and that comes back to hurt you later. Communication, we were just talking about it. But when you've got a pitcher like Black that can wheel it in there.
I'll tell you, she was way ahead of the batter.
That was way ahead, yeah. Great pitch there by Black. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Wayne State has a runner in scoring position. Megan Hageman is up for Wayne. Their number 7 batter. Waiting for the sign from the dugout here for what Black needs to throw. Sign's in, Hageman's in the box, and here we go. What a great drop ball there. That thing just fell off the table.
Yeah.
Cut her right at the knees and she just could not touch it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This is a big pitch for Black now. What a ball. Wow.
Black starts it and finishes it.
That is awesome. Good for her. Borman gets on the base with just a single, moves over to second on a bunt, and then is stranded there with the pinch runner. So the Wildcats strand 1, top of the 5, USF 1, Wayne State 0.
Get a picture of this board here.
Borman's back out on the mound. Wayne State's bullpen's gone quiet now. Miller, it looks like, is back in the dugout. Borman's still throwing hard, though. This inning's going to be key for USF to get on the board again. Strike another one across the plate here.
Yeah, getting out of that mess last inning at the last inning was that was a big deal for Sioux Falls.
It was. You don't like seeing missed out opportunities, and this was one of them.
At least it didn't break bad for him there.
You were right, it did not.
And you know, when you're in Wayne State's dugout, you're going, all right, we gotta, you know, they gave us a better chance here. We got a little momentum going. And
yeah, absolutely. USF now has number 25, Leah Huseman, up at the plate here. They'll start with Leah, then they'll move into Megan Peterson, and then Bree Black. See if Bree can do a little damage for herself as well. So Leah will lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning.
She's done a real nice job out in field here right in front of us this game.
She has. The outfield crew for USF has made some big plays today. Each one of them has had an out. Ooh, that's a no-no by the catcher there. Leave the dugout with without my call sheet. It's going to be pretty hard to read what Coach wants me to read when I don't have the call sheet.
Well, they got it sorted out now.
They did, yeah. And that's the difference in the game probably within 3 years here. Used to be where Coach would give a number signal into the catcher, and the catcher then would return that number signal. Now the signal goes to a card, and that card has over 100 signals on it, and they all mean something different. And so no more picking signs on catchers and coaches because of this new numbering system on their wristbands. Leah Huseman here up. Down in the count, but 2 good swings for her. No balls, 2 strikes, top of the 5th. Borman still working that outside corner, trying to get it called. Good pitch there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another good swing there by Leah. Wayne State comes into the tournament 33-19 on the year, so good season for them as well. Strike 3 looking.
Again, right at the bottom zone, you know. Tell you what, she really knows how to hit those edges.
You know, when you watch the morning game with USF in, who did they play this morning again? St. Cloud.
Or St. Cloud, yeah.
Not many strikeouts and not many looking strikeouts, and now this game it's a whole different ball game. We've had 3 looking strikeouts.
Well, it popped in there.
What a good shot there. Megan Peterson comes up big for the coup there with just a little blooper over the third baseman's head. Sometimes that's the penalty of playing the third baseman as high or as far up the line as Wayne State is playing them. A step back or 2 here would give her the opportunity to make that play. 1 out, top of the 5th. Peterson on first. Ball 1 down in the dirt.
Well, Peterson with significant contributions right now, making a great play the last inning in center field, and now getting herself in a position to score a run. Wow, she burned that one in there.
She did. Peterson's got some speed too, so I wouldn't be surprised here if Coach is a little gutsy here on one of the plays and puts a hit and run on and let Peterson run a little bit. Oh, what a swing that was. Just a little bit behind it, caught the bottom half and popped up it over. Pitcher for the Cougars here up at the plate, Bree Black. Seeing if she can help her cause here, give her a little more cushion out there on the mound. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. She's just a little bit behind Borman. She needs to speed her hands up just a little bit and she'll get a hold of it, but she's just a little bit behind right now. A little adjustment here at the plate and we can see a ball hit hard. She's on it, she's seeing it.
Yeah.
The key here for USF though is the longer Borman can throw, the sooner they're going to see probably Cassie Miller come into the game. So they need to keep these pitches happening where they're just battling her for 6 to 8 pitches every at bat. Because I don't know how long Borman can go.
Well, she still is showing some good accuracy, and she's not allowing hits.
Right.
I don't know if you take an effective pitcher out to, get your ace in there, but.
Black hits one kind of up the middle there, but 10 does a nice job for Wayne State to come across and make that play. Sam O'Brien, just a junior for Wayne State, so she'll have another season next year with the Wayne State Wildcats. Makes a nice play there. 17, Jordan King looks to make the double play, but Black, just being as fast as she is, takes the double play out of the picture. Brooke Stetzler here comes into the plate now. 2 outs. Black at first. Ball high. Borman on the mound here. Stetzler just a little out in front. That's the hard thing as being a slapper, is that timing for those pitches, because if she throws a fastball, I'm on it. She throws that changeup and I'm in trouble because I'm too far out in front.
Yep.
Slapper has to make sure she remains inside the box when she makes contact with that ball, otherwise she'll be called out. Brooke gets a little too much of that one, pops it back up to Borman. Borman makes the last out. No runs in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom for Wayne State looking to score here. But Black's done a nice job holding runners.
She really has. And, the team's back there solidly behind her. They got great speed in the outfield. I don't see, you're going to have to make a pretty good hit to get one dropped in out here. So, and really, both the hits today have been just little, poppers just past the infield.
They have, you're right. They have not been big screamers or consistent screamers either. One might get a hit, but then she'll mow down the next 2 and then settle in. So winner of this game, let's get the tournament little schedule out here. I believe we'll play the winner of the Southwest Mankato game today at 4 o'clock. Nope, correction, they'll play at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So the winner of this game will move on to play the winner of the Southwest Minnesota State game and the Mankato State game. Right now it looks like Mankato is up 4-1 on Southwest in the 5th inning. Not sure if it's top or bottom. It looks like top because Southwest, or bottom because Southwest out in the field. And then this afternoon we'll have a doozy at 4 p.m. here with Augustana and Winona.
That really could end up being the championship game tomorrow too, couldn't it?
It really could. Those 2 teams faced off earlier in the year, and it was competitive. Augie, I believe, ended up winning both of those games, but they were close. All right, bottom of the 5th, Black on the mound, Daly behind the plate, and Alyssa Schropp at the plate. Schropp had a very good travel ball career, playing with Team Nebraska down in Nebraska there. Was highly recruited out of Nebraska and ended up finding her way to Wayne State. Hoffman moves up into the hole there to field that one. Just a routine grounder, and gets Schropp out for the first out of the inning. Black's got to feel good there, having such a veteran infield behind her.
Yeah.
Knowing that, ball's hit, we'll just see where it goes. I've got my trust in my teammates.
Well, you can see just the way that she's working up there. She just has so much confidence in everybody around her.
Yeah. Alex Schmidt here, number 9 in their order. We're going to turn the order over one more time, it looks like. Which means the bottom of the 7th right now, Randy. If this plays out, USF's going to be facing the bottom of Wayne State's order, which will favor black very well. But hopefully I have not just jinxed her.
No, you can't do that. It just doesn't work that way.
As coaches, you always try not to play that game in your head.
Yeah, unless you're a warlock or something.
Yeah.
But I never did get that impression from you, Travis.
Good, good. Aaron Scott, vacuum cleaner there, throws it out. Out number 2 for the Cougars. Black's just up there in control. It's just fun to see her.
Yeah.
No stress.
And her teammates are just, I mean, they're doing what they are supposed to do. There's no mistakes out there. And really the only error today is that missed rundown at second.
Yeah. And you think back to heartbreaker when they lost to Winona, though. Had the number 2 team on the ropes there in the conference, and a couple errors hurt them there. So it's good to see today that that error did not hurt her. Black gets a shot back at her and throws her out at first. Lexi Lowe goes down.
2 innings in a row, Black in the last out started it and finished it.
What a great start for Black there. It's fun to see good softball, and Black is putting on a show for us today. Borman's doing a great job as well, because
absolutely,
the only run that happened is the one that left the park.
Yeah,
so
that one big stroke, and so you know she really has done a real nice job. And actually, don't Wayne State have one more hit, a base hit, than Sioux Falls?
I think so. Yeah, they've just done a really nice job. Both pitchers in control, throwing well. Fielders are behind them. But sometimes it's only that one shot that really will hurt you.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that happens for Borman here, or if Wayne State can battle themselves right back into this thing.
Well, they still got some chances, but you know what, it's ticking away on.
With the way Black's throwing, you know, you want to say they have chances, but Black is just, she's throwing well. She's keeping it low. Everything's a ground ball, and the infield is making the play and helping her out. So we'll see if USF here can help their cause get another run across.
What do Sioux Falls have for relief if they do have to take Black out?
You know, if they take Black out, we're probably looking at a Nettie coming in, their designated player.
She's a real athlete.
She is. Nettie probably would come in and relieve her as a junior, being the junior pitcher. Shay Hoskins is injured, so she is not in uniform today. She is the other pitcher for the staff. So they're with Black and Nettie. And it looks like our right fielder, Leah Huseman, could play a little pitcher, but I didn't see a lot of her this season yet. Aaron Scott goes down. Borman blows it by her. 1 out. Shannon Daly coming up here. USF's right where they want to be in their lineup. Let's see if they can get something going for themselves. Borman retired Scott in 3 pitches. Didn't take her long there. Still throwing hard.
That one got away from her coming out.
Borman on the mound. Daly in the batter's box. 1 ball, no strikes. And a shot up the middle. We'll see if this hits the fence. Shan Daly gets things started for the Cougars. 1 out. Runner on first. King here did a nice job getting over there. Correction, Katie Williams playing right field today for the Wildcats. Gets over and cuts that ball off. It hits the fence. It's probably a double. Does a nice job. Betsy Thomas at the plate here. See what Borman's going to do with Betsy here. Betsy did the first damage to her, so we'll see what she does. You can't afford having runners at first and second, so she's going to have to pitch to Betsy, but what are you going to throw?
I don't know.
You can tell she's careful here. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out for the Wayne State Wildcats. Betsy Thomas at the plate, Shannon Daly on first. Newcomer of the year for the NSIC, Danielle Walker, is on the on-deck circle. So Borman's got some hitters to work around here. Those are unfortunate swings when you try to get your bat out of the way and then it just hits it.
Yeah.
As a coach, you hate it, and then as a player, you're just disappointed. You're trying, and it just happens. So, but you move on and you try to hit this one here. 2 balls, 1 strike. I'm out in right field, but that pitch definitely looked good. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Borman's gonna have to do something here now, though. They come inside. And she did. She got Betsy swinging, which is what you wanted. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Shannon Daly on first. Betsy Thomas on at the plate here. Danielle Walker on deck. Borman getting the sign from the catcher. And another little pop-up. Lexi Lowe comes up and makes a great just routine pop fly. You can tell Betsy just didn't get all of that one. Was there, but just didn't quite get it all. All right, here comes number 16, third baseman for the Cougars, Danielle Walker. Lefty here. See if she can scream one through the infield. Keep this rally going here for the Cougars. A little upstairs there for Borman. 1 ball, no strikes.
I don't know, I'd like to see I guess I should take a look at the rosters, but it looks to me like Wayne State have the tallest team in the tournament.
They've got some size. You're absolutely right. Their catcher is a giant. And even their shortstop.
Yeah.
She's got some height on her as well. Sam O'Brien, playing shortstop for Wayne State, is got that height. High chopper she's going to be able to jump up and get.
I was wondering if Borman was starting to fade a little bit, but she just, you know, she's still hitting very consistently around the edges. Whoa!
There's the shot. Just talking about her length, and she almost got that one because of that length. I mean, it was
real close.
Probably just a little bit off her glove there. Good effort by her, by O'Brien there for the Wildcats. Daly now is on second, Walker on first. And Allison Nettie, the designated player for the Cougars today, is at the plate. 2 outs. Looking to get another run across the plate here for the Cougars. Both Walker and Daly being aggressive on the plate, on the bases, getting a good jump. They're going to be moving on contact, so it's key for them to get their jumps. Whew. Good shot there, foul ball for Allison Nettie. She just missed that one. She turns on that one, and that one's going to go. Borman's going to have to be careful here. Runner on second. She's going to have to make sure she hits her spots. Another shot. And that one's going to score Shannon Daly. What a good shot there by Nettie. And I just said if she turns on it, it's going to go.
Yep.
And she did. She opened up that left hip of hers, and it just cleared the way for her bat to get through the zone. So good job adjustment there by Nettie. Walker on second, Nettie on first. Leah Huseman comes up to the plate now. Catcher wants to talk to her team. This is a veteran move here by this catcher. Things start getting rattled a little bit, and you pull them in and just kind of have a talk with them. And as soon as I say veteran, you know why she's veteran? She's a senior.
Okay.
She's been here before. She knows this.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Settling down a little bit.
Yeah. Just kind of bring down the intensity and get your breath. Good leadership role there by their catcher. So USF scores another one in the top of the 6th, 2 outs. Leah Huseman at the plate. Walker at second, Nettie at first. Borman comes firing back. That's the first pitch you want as a coach after you call timeout. You want that strike on the batter, and she did it. Good job by Borman. Huseman's having a great game for the Cougars out here in the outfield. Made a couple good plays for them. See if she can come through here on a base hit here for them. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Upstairs for Borman. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Borman on the mound. Here comes the pitch. Leah swings and a miss. Strike 3.
Well, despite allowing a run there, they got out of a lot of potential trouble there.
They did. They did. And I'm going to credit a lot of that to that leadership behind the plate. She calmed the back-to-back hits happened, and she got out there and calmed the infield down. Really just give Borman a breather, and Borman came back and threw 3 great pitches at Leah Huseman. All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th. This does, though, give Black a little more comfort. Whenever you can get a deuce on the scoreboard, you've got a little room of breathing. So we'll see if this gives her a little confidence that really starts to build these last 2 innings now. 17 is going to lead us off. Jordan King for Wayne State. Both teams have been very cautious on substitutions. So Wayne State's used a pinch runner, but other than that, we haven't seen too many movements on either benches.
Well, you know, even looking this morning at the box scores yesterday, Wayne State, I think they had a total number of players play in the last game. I think maybe 11, including, you know, the 2, the pitch runner and the designated player. So
right. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6th. University of Sioux Falls 2, Wayne State College 0. Black on the mound, Daly behind the plate. We'll see how the infield and outfield will do this inning for Black. They've been solid so far. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes Black with the pitch. And right back at her. Wow. Good for her. Jordan King hits a line shot right back at Black, and Black makes the grab.
You know, you better not be hitting the ball at her, because she'll make you pay. If you let her get it, it will cost you.
That's got to be like the 4th or 5th shot she's taken today.
Yeah.
And she's only missed 1 off the right side of her. It was gloves. She was reaching across her body, and it just kind of deflected off. Otherwise, she's made every play. Leah Huseman out in center field makes another great grab for the Cougars. 2 outs for Black. Black's 4 outs away from putting the Cougars into championship Saturday. That'll be the first visit ever for the Cougars into that championship Saturday mode. So. One game at a time, Coach Thompson said today, and this is their game they're focused on.
Yeah. And really that comes down to 1 hitter at a time, because, you know, that's how Black's approaching it.
Yep, absolutely. Black has not been able to get around Borman, though, and Borman's up right now. And last 2 times Borman's gotten on, so we'll see what Black does here. What a great off-speed pitch. Borman was not expecting that. So now she's up, and that gives her breathing room to kind of play around with her pitches here. Black gets the sign from the dugout. Gets on the rubber, and here we go. No balls, 2 strikes. Goes outside. Good pitch though. Make Borman think about it a little bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the Cougars in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wayne State's not going away though. There's still energy in their dugout and they're still cheering them on. And here's Hughesman again, just routine fly ball. Out number 3 in the bottom of the 6th.
3 up and 3 down.
What a solid inning for Black there again. Gets a line shot and then just 2 routine pop flies to center field. Can't ask for anything easier.
No.
Well, we move to the top of the 7th. This has been a great game. Over on field B there, it looks like Southwest 2, Mankato 4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. So, you know what's really amazing about this conference, and it speaks highly about the Northern Sun and their softball league, is that 1 through 10 in this tournament is very competitive. I mean, we've got the number 9 seed here with the University of Sioux Falls. We've got the 10 seed Southwest Minnesota State.
Yeah.
You know,
well, of the 8 games they played yesterday, 6 of them were within 2 runs.
That's awesome, and that's what you want.
Yep.
That gives this league credibility on a national level and shows that this league is tough to play in, and just because you do get 1 loss shouldn't knock you out of the regional rankings.
Well, really, when you take a look at across all the sports at Northern Sun, they really have done a tremendous job the last 5 years rising in national prominence.
Absolutely.
You hear people around the country talking about what a tough conference it is in most of the sports.
Yeah, I mean, volleyball started this craziness, and the basketball now has really come along, and football this year, I mean, it was just amazing to see that we only got 1 team into the playoffs. And USF here, they were 10-1 or 11-1 and missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's hard. I mean, any other division, you don't see that.
And in the football side of things, they are making a tremendous transition from NAIA to D2.
Absolutely.
That's a big jump.
All right, Borman on the mound. Megan Peterson at the plate. Last time at bat, she got a nice little bleeder through the middle that got her on base. So we'll see if she can do the same thing. 1 ball, 1 strike from Borman. No outs, top of the 7th. This is the last inning in this elimination game. Ball low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Borman is still throwing very well. 7 innings in, and she's still being strong here. Ooh. Called strike from the home plate umpire on the swing. That's a tough call.
So did he call that because she broke her wrist, or was it a strike?
I was going to say it was, yeah, I don't think it was in the strike zone. I'm thinking he called it on her broken wrist. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. The other thing that's really nice is that, this whole game we haven't really talked about the Blues. They've done such a good job of calling the game for what they see it and moving from there. So home plate umpire has been very consistent with his zone, and you can tell the coaches haven't been upset with him at all. And so good job by this 3-man crew for the Northern Sun Championship. Strike 3 on Megan Peterson. 1 out. And here comes Bree Black. Oh, we've got a substitute here. We've got a pinch hitter here for USF. It's going to be number 9, Brittany Brizard? Coach Thompson did this in the last game too against St. Cloud. In that last inning, she brought Brittany in for Black. So it's probably pretty smart. Just give Black a little inning off here.
A little extra rest.
Yep.
Finish off with the final 9 pitches.
Right.
It could be her final 9 of the day.
Her final 9 of the day. Get them into Saturday. So see if Brittany can use her speed to get on. Starting to get a little warm, so pitchers are going to have to make sure they're hydrating and getting the fluids in, because being out
so are
there,
announcers and cameramen.
Absolutely. One ball, 2 strikes on Brittany. All right, here goes Borman getting the sign from the catcher. 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, you know, and I'm not sure, Travis, how what we would have done to order a more perfect day than we have today. Even Christmas.
The flags aren't even moving now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's standstill out here, and what's great about a beautiful day is the stands are packed again for the 2nd day in a row for the Northern Sun Championship Tournament here in Sioux Falls. Brittany hits a bleeder over that 3rd baseman again. What a great shot. Good at-bat for Brittany there for her first at-bat in this game. Now we come into Speedy Brooks Stetzler. Would not be surprised if Coach here has her lay down a bunt to put on the pressure, because Brooks' speed and Brittany's speed are going to get those 2 girls into their placement. So let's see what Coach does here. Oh, she's trying to place it. And she's safe!
I'll tell you, that was a smart play there. Great placement on that.
Just so much bat control. That's you know, when Brooke was getting recruited by the University of Sioux Falls, that was one of their high points, was just how smart she was with her bat control. She can place that ball on the left side of the field or the right, depending on where she needs it. So she did a great job there. We'll see if they put down a bunt here to move people, or if they're going to let her swing here. Aaron Scott here, number 19, senior. Borman steps off, Scott out. Scott's now back into the batter's box. No balls, 1 strike. Aaron hits one down the line, and because of the rough ground, that ball was probably going to be foul, but it hit that line and came back, and they had to make the play.
Yep.
Sometimes that works in your favor because the player thinks up it's going to go foul and I'm going to leave it, but hats off there to the first baseman. She stayed with it and made the play. So move the runners up though. Runners at 3rd and 2nd here with 2 outs. Shannon
Daly.
Got
some power up here. Sioux Falls have.
Yes. Daly coming from Omaha, Nebraska. Borman staying with that rise ball. She's been consistent with that all game, which good for her. She's stuck with it even when USF's kind of gone away from swinging at it.
She still has some heat on her pitches. You could hear that.
A good pop on the glove. Trying to change levels and just kind of miss that pitch there. So no strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs. Top of the 7th, but runners in scoring position. Just a little hit here will score 2. With Stetzler's speed at 2nd. Good pitch inside there on Daly. Daly wasn't expecting that, wasn't wanting to hit that one. So 2 balls, 1 strike. When you're up in the count though, you can be picky, you can be looking for your pitch, so good for her. Little mental game here by the pitcher and the hitter. We'll see which one prevails. Sometimes the umpires don't give them their times that they want, so. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here
she She had a cut on that one.
She did.
You can almost feel the wind out here.
The wind just picked up though, Randy.
Okay.
Oh, and
she goes down swinging.
Swings at the low one. Good for Borman though. She came in there and battled, runners in scoring position, and just stayed the course. So we move to the bottom of the 7th. USF 2, Wayne State College 0. Black's got 3 outs. We'll see what she can do. She's going to kind of face the middle of their lineup here a little bit, so we'll see.
And you know, she hasn't had an ounce of trouble from any part of the lineup today.
No. Borman's the only one that's consistently put the ball in play on her. And this last time she got her to fly out. So statistically, she's in the driver's seat. We're 3 outs away, and USF's moving into Saturday, which speaks highly of this program and where Coach Thompson's putting it on the map in the NSIC softball. Wayne State College came in here being the number 5 seed, so in ideas of upsets, this would be an upset. Number 9 seed taking out the number 5 in the elimination game. All right, up for Wayne State, Sam O'Brien. Shortstop for Wayne State. We'll see if she can get it started. This is one of those tall, lengthy kids that we talked about earlier, Randy. You're gonna have to stay down and low in her zone to not let her punish you.
Yeah, she can get some leverage on the ball.
But that's exactly where Black went, right at her knees.
Yep.
So they've got a plan for her. They know how to handle it.
And they got a pitcher who can put the ball where they need it to go.
Right, absolutely.
Sometimes that's just wishful thinking, but in this case, I think, look at that.
What a nice drop ball there by Black. Black's up now. No balls, 2 strikes. Black's in the driver's seat on the first batter of this bottom of the 7th inning. O'Brien's gonna have to battle back here. Black throws a little off speed. O'Brien's a little bit behind it and fouls it back. Black's getting the sign from the dugout. And now he's going to come after O'Brien. O'Brien wanted that one though. She held back. Good discipline by her. Black staying low though. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th. You can tell Black's focus right now is that kneecap, and that one just got a little bit away from her, and that's why it went into the dirt. So 3. Little weak grounder. Safe at first. That was a bing play. Aaron kind of bobbled it. Stayed with it, made the play, but...
And you know, the ball when it came off her bat was not moving. It just kind of dribbled out.
Yeah. That just means Black was spinning it pretty hard, just enough to get it out there. So Black still got the pop. We'll see what she does here now. 22 for Wayne, Molina Aliyah. Out. And just as she makes the error in the first, she comes back strong and gets a double play.
Yeah.
That is the sign of a senior that still wants to play tomorrow.
That's right.
That's a great play by Erin Scott from Colorado. Comes back, picks her team up, and really moves forward. We're 1 out away from sending the Cougars into Saturday, into the 4th place game. USF came into the tournament number 9 seed. Black sends another grounder. Hoffman comes up. The play. She makes the play, and that is an out for the 3rd out of the game. The University of Sioux Falls has now just eliminated Wayne State College from the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference Tournament. What a great game this was, though. Both pitchers and one of the 2 runs was a home run, and the second one was just a bleeder that got through and scored speedster.
You know, and that's just what you expect in this part of the tournament, that the quality of the game is just going to be consistently high.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to the University of Sioux Falls, Coach Thompson and her staff. Debris Black, who really pushed her team to both of these wins today. And the USF will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. to take on Minnesota Mankato, who beat Southwest Minnesota State today. So Mankato and USF will play again.
And they'll be here, and so will Softball 605.
Thank you for tuning in and watching. Stick around, and we'll have some interviews from players and coaches as we finish up here with our elimination game.
And we'll be back with the Augustana against Winona. That should be a barn burner. So, folks, thanks for hanging with us today with Softball 605, and we'll see you at the next game. Thanks, Travis.
Hey, thanks, Randy. This was fun.